Hey, this is a good fish, I think. It's hard to tell, it's dark, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, this is a real good fish. Yeah. Yeah, it's a real good fish. Yeah, that's a real good fish. Huh. That's big fish of the day. Welcome back to another exciting fishing adventure. It's the middle of October and the weather conditions are really good. It's about 63 degrees right now. It's the middle of the afternoon. 3 o'clock, something like that. Why is it so dark? Hello, hi. So yeah, fishing with tiger nuts for the hook bait. That B stands for banana. Let's get going. This is a PETA spot. Pain in the ass because I got to climb down here to get to the water. It's not that bad, but I do have to be careful. I've almost biffed it a couple of times and fallen down, bonking my head on these rocks would that'd be really bad. It'd probably be a long time before anybody found me here if I got knocked out. Still got some algae floating around. I don't know if you can see it, little green threads. I don't know if that's a new bloom or just old stuff. I'm having some pretty good luck fishing in the middle of the day. It's my favorite time of year, really. The time of year when I get to fish in the time of the day that's most comfortable for me is also the time of day that the fish are the most active, so it's pretty great. 2 tiger nuts are going on each hair rig. I'm betting that a lot of you watching this probably put your hook baits, just put your bait right onto the hook. Don't use a hair rig, and you'll catch fish like that for sure, no doubt. You just catch less fish, I'm sure of that. I don't adopt too many of the European style of fishing, but one thing that I am hook, line, and sinker in is hair rig. I think that is a fantastic innovation, and I'm glad to have it. It has really improved my fishing. And yeah, when you first start using hair rigs, it can be kind of annoying to do it, but it, just like everything, it takes practice, you know. Just like putting a worm on a hook, you know, it takes you a while to figure out how to do that efficiently and where you don't have to think about it anymore. And it's the same with the hair rig. Do it a couple dozen times, it'll just be like second nature. But the hair rig exploits the way that a carp feeds. It actually hooks them when they spit it out. They suck it in, they suck in the bait along with the hook, and then when they'll feel the hook and they'll spit it out, but it'll catch on its way out. That's how it works. And it's important that that hook is fully exposed so that it can find a place to grab on the fish's lip. I'm not going to try and demonstrate that on my hand. I personally can't stand it when I see people trying to do that. I've never seen a fish's mouth that looked like a human hand. I don't think it's a good example to prove that a rig works or not. But anyway, the hair rig is awesome. If you're not currently using it, my suggestion would be give it a try. Your catch rates will improve. But if you're happy with the way your fishing is going and happy with your hookup rate, by all means, don't change anything. Keep doing it the way you do it. I don't care. I'm not an expert, but sometimes I do try to provide little tidbits of things that I've learned throughout my hours that I've spent fishing for these fish. I suppose you're wondering what this pack bait is. This is a mix of old-fashioned oats, a can of corn with the liquid, and a can of chili beans with the spicy chili sauce. And these little brown things here are sweet feed. That's horse feed, and they're not really broken down yet. This is left over from the previous session yesterday, and I like it when I smush it like that on the feeder. The beans kind of get all smashed. It's got a real strong scent of beans, and I've used it quite a few times. Carp love it. I don't really talk about rods and reels much, so I thought maybe I'd mention them once real quick here. These are, let me turn it around so you can read it here. These are the Ugly Stick Elite fishing rods, graphite rods. This particular one's medium heavy, 9 feet long, and I love these rods. I wish I had bought these a long time ago. I just never was, I didn't want to pull the trigger because they're about 80 bucks a piece, and nowhere around here where I live had any that I could actually hold in my hand and you know, look at. So I was just kind of, there's hardly any reviews online about these things, and I was just kind of apprehensive. I went ahead and pulled the trigger and bought 3 of them this winter, and I love them. I wish I would have bought them a long time ago. Work great for carp. Got a strong backbone in this first half of the rod, and let me show you the tip. And the tip is just like a good sensitive tip. It's got that clear tip like all ugly sticks do, but it's graphite, and then the end is fiberglass, which is stronger than graphite. So it's a little bit of strength here at the tip. But it keeps a good bend on the rod while I'm fighting a fish. Keeps tension on the line really well. I really like that a lot. I bought these from Cabela's, and they shipped them in a really sturdy tube. I mean, these are 2-piece rods, so it came in a 5-foot long tube, packed really well, completely undamaged in the shipping. I was pretty impressed with that. And on these reels, I'm running a Cast King Sharky bait feeder reels. And these are pretty good too. I'm not as crazy about the reels as I am the rods, but they're pretty good. I don't think they're bulletproof, and I think I'm on year 2 with these, and we'll see how long they last with my my fishing schedule. But rod and reel, it's all in the description if you want to see my full gear list. This little keyhole spot doesn't have much room to cast these 9-foot rods, so it's kind of, I'm not going to be casting real far here. It's about 30-40 yards there, and I think it's about 3 feet of water right there. And I know some of my videos are sponsored by Cabela's. They did not give me these rods for free or anything. I paid for these with my own money last year. And for those of you new here, this rig is what I call my 99% rig, because I fish with this rig 99% of the time. There's a detailed video about exactly how I put that rig together with all the components. And that's in the description too if you want to check it out after you're done watching this video. Oh, I got a stick over here. So yeah, a little after 3 right now. Got about 3 hours until the temps start falling again. When the sun starts dipping low in the sky around 6 o'clock, temps will start falling, and the fish will just kind of peter off into their wherever they're going to go to spend the night and just hide out looking for warmer water. But got 3 hours of the warmest part of the day here is when they should be the most active. But I've seen a couple of fish crash just while I've been getting ready and getting my baits out, and so I know they're around here, and hopefully they're going to find my baits. I'm going to catch them, bring them up here in front of the camera and hold them up and say, hey, look at this big fish. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, we've got something happening here. I saw the surface break out there. Fish on. Fish on. Probably about 45 minutes in here since I put the baits out. It's been real quiet. Heard the occasional fish crash off in the distance, but I haven't seen any in front of me anymore since I mentioned that earlier. This was just a very light bite. I heard the little jingle, kind of like that, and just a little bounce on the line, and I looked up and saw a bull. Folks, my chest cam just died. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to pick it back up once I get the fish back up on the bank here. No time to switch out the battery while I'm fighting the fish. I think I'm getting a double. Great time for the battery to die. Yeah, a little fish to start the session. A little 5-pound fish. I got something going on my other line. This guy's got to go back. This is not a great location to be getting doubles, but whatever. Alright. That guy is gone. I'm just gonna reach up and grab this rod. See if I still got a fish on or what the deal is. Yeah, still in business here. Okay. Okay. Crazy fish. Crazy fish. This fish actually got himself off the hook in the net, so I'm just gonna release him. Another little fish. Alright, started off with a double of small fish. Okay. Not too bad. Good start, good start. Here we go. A little drag pull and a boil out there. Fish came to the surface. About 4:30. I think it's been about an hour since I had a fish on the bank. I did hook up with one briefly. Lost it. There's a tree in the water over there. This is the exact same thing that happened with the last fish that I lost. I feel a line rubbing on something. Okay. That fish just jumped up in the air. It must have freed me from whatever stick the line was rubbing on. Yeah, I'm snagged now. I feel the pop. I think that was the fish getting away. And I am snaggaroony. Last time I was here, I ended up reeling in a pretty good sized chunk of wood. It's laying over there. I recognize it. I don't think I'm going to be so lucky this time. We'll see. Usually when I have to snap these off, I just grab the spool, prevent it from spinning, and then just walk with the rod pointed straight at where the snag is. Oh my goodness, why isn't this line snapping? This is only 20... Oh, there it goes. Alright. Snappy, snappy. I don't think I'm coming back with anything. So that's how it's going to be today, huh? Okay. We got a contender here. Still getting baited up after that break off. I'm just gonna get down there right away. Yeah. I'm getting a bite on my other one. Alright. Alright, get in here, you. Alright. Oh, I hear it. I hear you. I'm coming. Yeah, what is up with this today? Long periods of quiet nothing and then double chaos. I give this one 7 pounds. It's pretty fat. Back in the water he goes. See what's on that other line. This cliff is really inconvenient for getting doubles. Alright, there you go. Bye-bye. Hopefully this fish has not gotten me into that log over there during this time. I don't really want to lose another rig. Yeah, I feel this line rubbing on something. There's definitely a fish on there still though. Dang it, I'm snagged. Whew. This fish ran way out there. I mean, I don't know, I'd say that's 60 yards out there. I'll let a little slack for a minute, see if the fish is still on there, see if it takes it back or not. This is unfortunate. Snagged twice in the same session. That doesn't happen to me very often. I don't get snagged all that often. Oh, come on. Here we go again. Ooh, whatever I was snagged on broke loose. So I'm coming back with at least my rig, it feels like. Yeah, I got my rig back. Let's see. I don't see any marks on the sinker. The hook has a piece of a leaf on it, but the hook is not bent out. And it's still perfectly sharp. Ouch. I'm thinking that the rotten branch that my line was wrapped around broke off from me applying so much force. Maybe this, yeah, I'm thinking that's what happened. Line feels good here. I don't feel anything. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say happened. This fish is gonna get a shoreline release. I'm not going to haul him all the way up to the mat and back down. And I'm not going to show you guys any more tiny fish like this anymore. If I keep catching these, I'm just going to turn off the camera. But if you see me again, that means I caught something bigger. Get out of here. Packing up to leave. The rods are the last thing to go. Rods and net. I was just picking up the net to start folding it up. Oh, this might be a better fish. God, that's a pretty decent fish. Yeah, this is big fish of the day so far. Sun's down. It's getting cold. I was just getting ready to leave. This is probably a 10-pound fish. I have one on my other line too. What are the chances here? Just getting ready to leave. I haven't had a bite for almost 2 hours. Bye-bye. Let's see what's on this one here. Yeah, fish on. I don't know, maybe it'll stay a little bit then. Let's see. Usually once the sun goes down and the temps start falling, the fish will get the heck out of these shallow areas, but what do I know? Oh shit. Oh, the third one's going off. This is a good fish too. Yeah, another great fish, 10-pounder. This is carp fishing for you. It can go from fall asleep boring to heart-pounding excitement in about 5 seconds. Does he agree? I think so. Back in the water, I got a third one on the third line. Get out of here. All right, third line. You see, this reel won't, when it gets cold, it won't switch over to the fighting drag. This is what it was doing for me the other day, early in the morning when it was cold. Oh, goodness, it's stuck in the Baitrunner drag. See? Baitrunner, flip, stays in the Baitrunner drag. That is not cool. Okay, here we go. I think there's something in these reels that sticks when it gets cold. Because that happened in the morning the other day when it was cold. And now that it's cold out here in the evening, it's happened again. That is not acceptable. This fish has me wrapped up in that branch in that same spot again. Alright, snagged again. That fish had enough time to run and Managed to drag the line across something snaggy. Who knows what kind of fish that would have been. Hold on to the spool and take a walk. Alright, well, my line didn't snap. Must have been another branch broken off. Yeah, actually this hook's all bent out. See that? Hook was on something. And it's dulled up. Well, I just got 2 fish. I think I should at least stay for another 15 minutes. I mean, it's not like terribly uncomfortable for me or anything. It's a little cold, a little dark, but I was going to leave because the fish aren't biting. If the fish were biting, I wouldn't have been thinking about leaving. It's not really that cold. I mean, it's probably in the mid to low 40s right now. And the other day when that happened, the temps were in probably the upper 30s. So it's not like super intense wintertime cold or anything, but that's the only, I just noticed a correlation between the last time that happened. I'll give it another 15 minutes, see if there's some more bites around. Here we go. Yeah, fish on. I was just, I don't know, getting my lights arranged because it's getting pretty dark. Come here. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I didn't plan on doing any night fishing today. It's not technically night, but it's getting pretty dark, pretty cold. I'm starting to be able to see my breath. Little fish. Since I got this little fish, I think maybe I'll stay 5 more minutes. Alright, you're free. Wrong way. There you go. Bye-bye. Alright. There we go. I heard a drag peel, but oh, come on. This is not gonna work. Okay. Fish on. I can't believe the fish are still biting. I don't know. They must not be fully into their fall pattern or something. Usually, bite shuts off at sundown this time of year, at least for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, this is a good fish. I think. It's hard to tell. It's dark, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah, this is a real good fish. Yeah. Yeah, it's a real good fish. Yeah, that's a real good fish. Huh. That's big fish of the day. Yeah, big fish of the day. I'm not going to put a scale on this fish because probably wouldn't be able to read very well anyway, but I'm going to say between 12 and 14 pounds. I don't know, it's a stacky fish. It's pretty big. What in the world's going on? I didn't think they were going to be biting after sunset, but here I am. I'm cold. You can see my breath. Frankly, I am ready to go home. Even if I can catch more fish, I'm not greedy. I'm satisfied. You know, it's always nice to get a good fish at the end of the day, just to leave the bank in a good mood like this. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.